Originally, the Scandinavians lived relatively isolated from the rest of Europe. But by about 700 AD, they are part of a growing commercial trading network, powered by advances in ship technology.
Maritime technology is improving. Ships are getting faster, they can range further afield. Sails are really coming into common use. And that gives the people increased possibilities to head out into that wider world.
The Vikings set off in all directions, well beyond their territories. They were both traders and raiders.
Of course, the acquisition of wealth, stealing things, is one of the motivations for these expeditions. Alongside the Viking raiders, there are traders still going out there, exploring new markets, new transactions.
There are Scandinavians walking the streets of Istanbul and Baghdad. The Islamic traveler Ibn Fadlan describes some he encountered along their eastern trade routes as having bright red hair, like fire, tattoos, from tips of fingers to necks. The Vikings used the great rivers as highways to travel east, through today's Russia and beyond to Asia. They raid Europe to the south, and then they go west, first to the neighboring British Isles, and then on to Iceland and Greenland. The Vikings were able to travel such great distances thanks to their cutting-edge ship technology. One of the earliest surviving examples of a classic longship is from Oseberg in Norway. This vessel, with its elegant high bow and stern, dates to around 800 AD. Its rounded hull and shallow keel would allow it to land easily on a beach or riverbank, making any coast or inland waterway vulnerable to attack. But how were these longships made? At the Viking Ship Museum in Roskilde, Denmark, master boat builder Martin Rodevad Dale is using traditional materials and tools to construct a replica.
What are you working on here?
Right now, it's the backbone. It's the keel for a small Viking ship.
So what kind of wood is this? This oak?
Is oak, yeah. And the whole boat will be built out of oak.
Right. Look at this, what a piece. How old do you reckon this is?
I would think 200 years old.
This is going to become planks. How do you do that?
Actually, we'll split it in halves and quarters.
Splitting oak trunks into planks is tough work.
See.
Well, this is the line, I think.
Yeah, it's going.
That's going to work, isn't it?
The plank will still have to be smoothed and shaped.
That's right, yeah. That's perfect.
And fitted to the keel.
There we go. This brilliant plank.
So the next plank will come right here.
This overlapping design is known as clinker. It actually needs less waterproofing than fitted planks, making the boat lighter and faster. Most think of oak as strong, but it's also flexible.
Whoa.
It's pretty good.
That's amazing, eh? I weigh 100 kilos.
You get these amazingly strong planks, and you get the flexibility too.
It all helps to mold the ship into the classic Viking shape and makes the boat sturdy and flexible enough to withstand powerful wind and waves. And Martin wants to show Dan how it works.
So if you sort of move it, you can see.
Whoa.
See, you move. You can tell
Amazing.
How the whole thing is.
The whole thing's just twisting like this. You can just see the ripples going down the hull there.
These amazing longships are the engine of the Viking era. Their power helps create the myth of the Vikings as invincible maritime warriors. On board their longships, the Vikings travel far and wide in search of wealth. And soon, the Vikings are starting to wreak havoc up and down the coast of the unsuspecting British Isles.